appreciate her love. Make sure she knows nobody else can do the things she does. And greet her every morning with a sweet kiss and a smile. And let her know that God let an angel lay there by your side. And you'll make
left, your left, hey. Left, right, your left. You got it!
Truck it off.
Doctors, roll out. You're watching or listening to We Got Your 6 and 6 Patriot Playtime. We the people, the People's Patriot Project.
Your thoughts and ideas or want to help continue the mission, you have come to the right place. We are the People's Patriot Project, and we are the shock and awe when it comes to meeting the needs of our veterans and first responders. We are dealing with a new enemy in today's world where the wounds are not always seen. We want you to be a part of this mission in saving lives and making a difference. Welcome to We Got Your 6 at 6 Patriot Playtime. Here's the We P3 team bringing you today's best heroes hits in the boots on the ground organizations that are saving lives. And as always, Patriot Pride.
Left, your left, hey. Left, right, your left. You got it!
Truck it off.
Hey, good evening, Patriot World. And oh my gosh, can I just say, Lee Williams, thank you. I like being called kid. Thank you very much, Jeremy, for being here. Derek, as always. Terry Daniels, good to see you again. It's been a little while, and contagion effect. I love the in-person meeting, and let's keep this rolling. We got stuff we got to get done, right? So welcome to the People's Patriot Project. Tonight, as every Sunday at this time, we are bringing you our weekly show / podcast called We Got Your 6 at 6 Patriot Playtime. Every week, we bring you a guest, and many times we bring you a new musician, and then we share all the good and sometimes the not so good things that are happening in our world. This week, we have two amazing guests. We have got Chuck Tyler with veterans' intellectual property, and Brian McCleery is here to share his music. Let's just throw a shout out there as well. Bourbon Battle Buddies, thank you for always being here. We got J Train with us every Sunday as well. Jonathan, thanks for being here. I just got to also throw a quick, I've talked to so many of our musicians today, and I want to thank all of them. I have learned an incredible amount of information about the recording world, and it's not even something I thought I would ever know anything about. So my brain is on fire. Thanks to all of you for all your help and understanding and patience with my learning. If you are showing up as guest, because I saw one hello out there, if you're showing up as just a guest on Facebook and you would like us to know who you are, there is a link that will be popping up in a second. It says StreamYard.com/Facebook, and it will get you to the place where you can allow your name to show up. All right. And if you want to be anonymous, that is fine as well. So real quick, we do know why we get to do this. We would like to thank our service members and first responders that have committed their time, sweat, blood, limbs, family, and their lives to give us the freedoms that we have that allow us to do what we do daily. And, I got to just say, the People's Patriot Project has become pretty much a daily, even as a nonprofit part-time gig. So thank you. Thank you to all of you. And I'm going to let Peterson do the big fat heads on your pillows things later. Before we do get started, folks, we would like you to take off your hats, stand and cover your heart if you can, and join us for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Ooh, here we are. Amazing. What a team, what a crew, what a week. My goodness, what an amazing day. I have nothing but compliments, nothing but sheer. Brian, we got you, brother. We got you.
He's back. Hey, I gotta say, the anonymous Facebook person, haven't heard from you in a while, dude.
Mr.
Welcome.
Pack.
Yeah, so good to hear from you. Thank you.
Outstanding. Everything was Andrea's talking about has just been amazing. I can't tell you the announcements we have to make, but we got to kind of sit on it a little bit. But I'm going to tell you, if there's a musician in the WeP3 network, if there is a musician in the WeP3 network, check your emails.
Oh, yeah.
In the next 24 hours. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's a move forward in a miraculous way. We didn't see it coming. It fell on our laps. We didn't know what to do with it. We stumbled. We were like the 8th grade boy at the dance. It's like, what do you do? What do you do? Oh my gosh. I touch it. Oh my gosh.
It was really true. Hey, can we, since we don't have that emailed yet, and if you're listening, we just found out today somebody who we've known for almost an entire year now. I don't even have a folder of his music, and it's not on the radio. And now we have like 6 of his songs. So please, 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 if you want us to put your music on the radio, on our WeP3 radio station, send us your MP3s, and Peterson, he'll get it to the guy that puts it on the radio. And so that was a shock that we didn't have his music.
I was kind of blown away.
Yeah. But, so no.
Yep. Get ready to move. Get ready to move, people. Get ready to move. It's a time on target. If you got nothing going on this Friday in the Nashville area, you may want to pay attention. Just letting you know. Pay attention. Oh, wait a minute. What does that mean? Are we going to be in Nashville, Andrea?
Oh, yeah. Oh, this was a win. Talk about the stumbling, falling, and then
Oops.
we put some blind trust out there. After maybe a heated discussion, we threw some blind trust out there. Oh, yeah, maybe. Yeah. Shh. I'm not sure.
We didn't realize. Me and Andrew will be in Nashville this coming Sunday or Saturday or Friday or somewhere else. Or maybe not.
Y'all are going to be somewhere someday.
Maybe on Friday. I know where I'll be on Friday. I will be down in Nashville on Friday.
Yeah.
And then we'll see what other team members can show up or not show up or well. But you look like you were doing the little nose twitch from that witch thing back in the day.
Bewitched. I'm not doing anything, but I would like to just mention
that. Are you
that.
Product placing right now?
Yeah,
They're not paying for that. Do not get up. Brian McCleery, welcome to the show, brother.
What's going on, Mark?
How do you like chaos?
I seem to thrive in it. It wasn't that, I didn't mean to be like that. It's just over the course of several years, raising children, training troops, it sort of feels like home a little bit.
I love it. Our paths crossed not very long ago, and then we found out that we had some commonalities with some people in the world, and I just loved the very real, truthful conversation. Because you're like, you thought I was a business guy or something, and you're just like, what are you doing, dude? And he was giving me this shtick I'm like, I don't have time for this either. And it was just kind of a back and forth real quick. And then like, oh, wait a minute. I get it now. And it worked out. So it's good to have you, brother. We do have a projected other guests getting ready to come in, hopefully here anytime. But we'll be listening to the amazing craft and music of Mr. Brian McCleery today. And so thank you for being here, brother.
Well, thanks, man. I appreciate what you guys do, and I appreciate the opportunity to the platform. I really do. Some of these songs, they've been written for quite some time, and life and things like that sort of get in the way. So it's good to have some knuckleheads like you out there that are platforming us knucklehead old veteran songwriters and whatnot. So
boom, get that done. Mr. Crochet, tell us what we got going
on. So we got a little bit of news. So a little bit. The month of September is National Suicide Prevention Month. Between 2000 and 2016, the percentage increase in the rate of death by suicide in the U.S. was 30%. The percentage increase among girls and women in that same period was 50%. Suicide is the 11th leading cause of death in the U.S. Between 2021 and 2022, there were an estimated 49,449 deaths by suicide in the U.S. alone. There was also an estimated 1.7 million suicide attempts in the year 2022. 94% of all Americans, however, believe that suicide can be prevented. Biting my tongue. September 17th is today, actually. It's Constitution Day. The guiding force behind the most resilient democratic government ever is celebrated on Constitution Day. A few interesting facts about the Constitution. Some of our most influential founding fathers never actually signed it. Thomas Jefferson, for instance, was away acting as an ambassador to France at the time that the signing happened. The word Pennsylvania is misspelled at the top of the Constitution. It only has one N. Specifics on who has the right to vote were never laid out in the Constitution. Of 11,000 600 proposed amendments, only 27 of those have been ratified, making the chance of passing an amendment to the Constitution less than 0.25%. Ben Franklin was aging at the time of the signing, and he needed to be carried to and from the convention meetings due to his poor health and even need assistance while signing the document. Some of these I did not know, and I found them very interesting.
Yeah.
September 18th, tomorrow, is the United States Air Force Day. The Air Force Day was originally introduced by President Harry Truman on August 1st of 1947 to commemorate the 40-year anniversary of the United States Signal Corps', let's see if I can say this right, Aeronautical Division. However, the National Security Act of 1947, which will be signed on September 18th, would establish several organizations, including the CIA, and it would also establish that the United States Air Force would become a separate branch of the armed forces. The Air Force, as of late 2021, has about 5,217 active aircraft, making it the largest and most advanced Air Force on the planet. 2 former presidents have gone through the Air Force. They are Ronald Reagan and George W. Bush. And that is it for your news live from the People's Patriot Project podcast.
I love it. We need to get you a little do and have some stuff going on in there.
You need to find a button.
You need a ticker.
I know. That's all I got.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need one of those. What the heck they call them? The screen that reads the teleprompter.
Yeah. That was.
I can put in the wrong stuff, and I'll just read whatever it says. But I digress.
You digress.
Miss Eichmann, do we have any taco updates? I know there's some people out there in the world that are interested in a taco update.
Well, I will say a 1-year-old birthday party with tacos and all kinds of like dips that you would dip a taco or taco chip or tortilla chip in. That was fun. A little bit taco meat left over, so I'm probably going to have some tacos all week.
You're going to save that for Tuesday?
What's that?
You're going to save some of that taco meat for Tuesday?
Look what I have here. Especially made.
Oh, look at that. Oh, that looks like a dessert taco.
It's like a peanut taco. Chocolate covered peanuts, burnt peanuts. Is that French? Those burnt peanuts? What are these?
Let's call it a baguette.
They're crunchy shell, like in Tommy Boy.
Yeah,
Brady's got a crunchy shell.
It looks like Boston baked beans.
I think they're like that. Only these are lumpy. I don't know what makes the lumpy.
Just for you, Jeremy Daniels, we are going to add the taco feature. We'll see how it works.
Wait, I gotta plug this one more time because I would like some sponsorship from the treats. Came straight from the Fleet Farm right over here, right that way.
Oh yeah, good.
Fleet Farm.
Throw out some more of that brand ambassadorship.
Dude, I'm gonna take a copy of the show and be like, "Watch this. You need to sponsor us. We'll put your name on it."
Well, if you've been on the buzz lately, you might have seen some of the leaked materials Eichmann has put out there. I'm sorry, it's not appropriate, and we get that out there as quickly as possible.
Actually, what do you do when you're in school and you check your messages?
It's not your fans only page. I'm telling you right now. Stop it.
No, that's so embarrassing. It's not me, for the record. I wrote a huge apology because I can't stand when it's on there. And then the first time, I'd never seen it before, I just happened to check a message in Messenger, and then I saw there was a new post, right? So I looked at there's students like 5 feet away from me, and this stuff pops up. And I was like, whoa, click. How do I turn it off? Click. It was only on my phone. Thank God, not on my school computer, but still.
Right. Have you guys noticed? If you scan through Marketplace, they will have it in Marketplace now too. And
it's everywhere.
Yeah.
Good grief, man.
I saw it on Greater Veterans up there with Nick Richardson's. I was like, I thought it was on our buzz. I was like, how come it's not letting me get rid of it? And then I realized I was in Nick Richardson's Greater Veterans page. So I reported it. So I asked everybody, please, if you see that stuff, report it, because I don't check once an hour. So.
And a lot of you are very excited. We'll spend a lot more time on our page now. We appreciate it, but we don't want that stuff on there, just so you know.
Hey, if you want to go check it out, get there quick before we see it. And yeah, that's on you. That is not coming from us. Just oh goodness. Yeah.
Too much fun. Brian McCleery, give me something positive. Tell me something positive in your life right now.
Something positive in my life. Well, so I'm coming to you from East Tennessee. I'm not really from here. I moved here just a little while ago, and so I was sort of a working musician in Georgia, but here, I didn't know anybody, didn't have any friends, blah blah blah. Fast forward after about a year or so of playing up in mics and meeting people, I got into a really good band. We played our first show on Friday night over across the street from the Bristol Motor Speedway. Had a great time over there at Hicks Campground, which is a big RV park over there. And the guys are great. They're awesome musicians. They're from here. They treat me like gold. They act like I actually am good at what I do. So, like, I'm going to love them forever, even if they kick me out for that, but that's just one. I mean, I got a lot of things to be grateful for, but that's just the latest thing. So
that's exciting stuff, brother. And I hope, that ends up being a catalyst into something bigger and better, because we really do enjoy celebrating the musicians that we've stumbled upon you. It's not like we get to hear you on the radio or see you on social media every day. But how far is Bristol from Nashville?
Bristol is on the other side of the state from Nashville. I think it's about 5 or 6 hours.
Okay. That is a haul.
But it's been fun. It's been the music scene here in the local. I'm in Kingsport, Tennessee, but there's a little Tri-Cities area here with Kingsport and Johnson City and Bristol. There's a really neat little music scene here. We have the birthplace of country music and stuff over there. So it's sort of it's sort of an indie hotbed, which is different than, the Atlanta scene. Atlanta's got everything, man. You
absolutely,
you can see Shaquille O'Neal going to Chick-fil-A or something, hanging around down there, So
I've been to Kingsport. I saw Aaron Tippin perform there.
Yeah. Well,
I thought Shaq only ate Papa John's. I'm so disappointed right now.
He's so big, man. I don't think anybody gonna tell him what he can and can't eat.
Right.
True.
True that. Nicole Daisy, so good to see you.
She's here.
No, I love it. We need to catch up.
She's on her amazing mission down there in the Florida area, doing her thing and raising her kiddos. Good to have you here, dear. What do you call a deer with no eyes?
Yes, dear. I don't know.
No idea.
Ah! Only if you're from the East Coast. So good one, Wyoming.
Why? What happens if it's on the West Coast?
They don't say idea over there.
Oh. Well, Wyoming's not East or West Coast.
I know, but you don't put an R at the end of the A words. In what? Never mind.
I feel like we're stalling a little bit because normally we have more people on here. Look, I'm branding or wearing our
show us your weave.
Show us your weave.
The people.
The people. And I'm wearing it in honor of Contagion Effect because they wore this during their show the other night. It was branded a little differently, but it was funny to watch because they green screen. And so anywhere where it's show us your Wii actually showed the American flag behind him, which was kind of
nice.
So yeah, it goes against our branding, but we'll be okay. We'll get over it.
We're gonna be fine. We'll be fine.
Not paying him for that advertisement this time, huh?
Yeah, can't do it. Yep. Strict branding violation. We'll have to. There's actually going to be a penalty. We'll talk about that later.
I think he's gonna be. Eric's gonna. Whatever. It'll be okay. It'll be all right. It'll be all right.
Brian McCleery, how long have you been playing music?
So, man, I started playing. I probably started maybe in the 6th grade or so in low brass, and started out on the trombone. Played that for a little while. Played a little tuba, and then I realized how ridiculous it was to carry that back and forth from school. So I switched to guitar and joined the jazz ensemble and started learning how to do that. Turns out that was a lot easier than the tuba, man. But yeah, it's been since probably middle school, learning to read and play music, in the band and all that kind of stuff. And then private lessons around towards the end of high school. I had a really cool guy called Wade Berry who was connected to me through one of my best friends. And he was an incredible guitar player. Gave me some lessons, and the biggest thing he taught me was how to practice. So he basically taught me how to teach myself. But I went on from there. I mean, and did some advanced music theory classes and stuff like that in high school. But apart from, and after that, I mean, shoot, I played on stage the first time in Georgia and probably at about 16. It was with Wade's band. And I was, tuning all his guitars and carrying all his gear in and out of the places, and stuff like that. So, and then at 18, when I graduated, I went, straight into the Army. Like 3 days after I graduated, I shipped, man. I was out. Peace. But I kept all the music and all going, of course, back in garrison and wherever I lived. I was stationed at Fort Sill, stationed at Fort McPherson. Did a lot of time out at a station at Camp Atterbury as a OCT. And everywhere I was stationed, I ended up playing solo acoustic shows or getting in a band or, every once in a while you meet other troops that are like that. For the most part, in my experience, it was civilians, but it's kind of been going on all of my adult life and part of the end of the childhood there. So my kids, and my oldest child is 21. She's a working musician down in Atlanta. So I passed it on a generation, and it's always been a part of our life. We play. If nobody's listening, we don't give a rip. We're playing. We're making up funny songs, booger spackling, and all this other kind of stuff.
Thanks for having our back, Nicole. I appreciate that. That's we got it. Thank you. So you must be a huge fan of Lawton, Oklahoma, because
baby. I remember it well. I had my first child there, boy. There was a lot of firsts.
You did.
There was a lot of firsts there. Hey. Dragons Lawton. West, baby. Old Dragons West.
Lawton. We love you. We love you. I don't know if I'd love to come back there, but we love you.
The armpit of Oklahoma, as I like to call it. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it might be the armpit of more than just Oklahoma. If they had swamps in Oklahoma, it would be something completely different. That's for sure.
first time I ever saw a prairie dog, a real live prairie dog, was in Lawton, man. It was really weird.
I can believe you. That probably is very accurate. I'm just concerned where the prairie dog was going. That's the only thing. That's
not a metaphor, man. Oh, goodness gracious.
There's a couple gun bunnies in this house, so we're familiar with that space. And
oh yeah,
very fun. So what had you in SIL?
Well, as it happens, I did not actually enter service as a field artillery troop. I went into the MI and was having such a good time out there that they decided to go ahead and reclass me to the needs of the Army. And that's how I landed in 13 Fox School with all the rest of the, unmentionables and whatnot, what have you. And since the Army had moved me already, they decided once I completed 13 Fox School with flying colors, they would move me right across post to the permanent party side. Here you go, buddy. Here's your first duty station.
I'm surprised they didn't set you up in Riley, because that's where a lot of those guys get replaced. I'll take a moment, and it is what it is. But if anyone knows the world of ASVAB, there happened to be someone in this house, not me for the record, who scored an 82 on their ASVAB. It doesn't go to 100, just so you know. And they gave him a very lucrative contract, and then the young man chose to go combat arms on his own and become a 13 Foxtrot or 13 Fox. And I'm like, you do your thing, man. But then that ended up being during the COVID season, whatever that is, and he became a Bradley operator at Fort Riley, and that he said, "That's enough. That's enough." Gabriel Wren.
Oh wait, we can start now.
We can start now. Now, you ever start the button? Start the show.
Hit the button. Gabriel, good to see you here, bud.
Gabriel Wren is not an artilleryman and would struggle to make time on target, just for the record.
Come on.
We love you, bro. We love you. I hope you're in that space that you occupy this Friday. I'm coming to see you, just so you know. We need to talk to you now and then. Okay, boom.
Hey, can I throw this out there? All you that are watching and listening, can you please go to our YouTube page and like and subscribe? Because that would be awesome. That's all I'll say. Thank you. That's all I'll say. What's the link to join the chat group so you guys can see my name? Oh, here, I got you. Facebook.
We did it once.
Niagara.
That's all right. We did it once.
No, we are doing it again. It's all good.
Niagara.
I thought you said Viagra. Niagara.
Yeah. Did you take your music into the military, and then did that become a piece for the people in your space?
I think so. I got a post. I'm still sort of trying to get all of my photos and stuff like that, but posted on my social media stuff. But I took a guitar, either shipped it or drug it with me on all three of my deployments. I'm probably one of the few people that has been guitar shopping in downtown Baghdad, because somebody I wasn't going to give my guitar to somebody when we were leaving. I was figuring out a way to get it home, so they were like, well, we need to go out here. I need you to go with me, and you need to tell me what's good and what's not good, because I got to get one, because you're leaving with the only one we got around here. But yeah, I think. I used it quite a bit. I like to laugh. So I was involved in the 2003 sensitive site exploitation of weapons of mass destruction. So the movie Green Zone was about my unit. That deployment, there wasn't any the large scale big fobs already set up, everybody was still eating C-rats or MREs and all that kind of crap. And for a dude to show up and put a freaking camping chair down and start picking a guitar, you know, it made the time that we weren't on the mission a little bit. Well, I mean, I guess it did. I guess you have to ask them, but they all liked it. People came and found me and stuff like that. Hey, look, come over here, man. I have one in particular story where a group of special operators found out there was a guy over there with a guitar, and one of them listened to me. Okay, yeah, he's good. Bring him over here. They brought me over to this pavilion on the other side of the compound where they were throwing depth charges in a man-made lake and blowing them up, going out there and netting up fish and, you know, making a little fish fry out there. That was a good time. I love it. But that I think it did. I mean, I hope it did. That's why I was doing it. I mean, it was it does that for me. So I would hope that it did. And I think that it did. People sat around and listened to it. What the heck? Maybe they didn't have anything else to do, but I'd like to, you know, in my egotistical moments, I like to think I had something to do with that. So,
we have Miss Deutschland asking, do they have band squadrons on Army boot camp? When we got to the Air Force boot camp, they asked who knows how to play an instrument and made these people join the band flight.
So, from what I know, and of course, I mean, I told you a little bit about my background. So, I was really, really interested in getting into the Armed Forces Jazz Band. I saw them play at one of the clinics when I was in high school. They came down from Fort McPherson and played, and they were incredible, you know, just ridiculous musicians. So I thought to myself, man, you know, if I got in that band, they would freaking make me be a good player, you know. So I started trying to find out. I was a delayed entry guy, so I had signed my contract probably 4 or 5 months before I even turned 18. So I had some time to sort of try to find out some ways and things how I could get involved in that. But basically, for the Army, that is an MOS. Now you can come into it from a few different avenues. You can come in already degreed, and you can do that through ROTC, or you can do that through the warrant officer program. There's a few warrant officer programs that will allow you to sort of you got to pass warrant officer school, but you can get in. But there are actually MOSs that you know, that's an MOS. It's not a special duty, at least not that I know of. And those guys end up doing different stuff when they're deployed. They end up staying really close to the head shed, but they're still there. They were there every deployment I was on, with the exception of the one I mentioned earlier. They were on all those. Once there was actually a rear area overseas, they were there. But the way that you do that in the Army, you can do that from any MOS. You have to get with a band director, an actual Army warrant officer, and they give you it's an audition process. There's a couple layers to it. You go and play, then they give you a couple of different levels of skill levels of music to sight read, and then they decide if they got a spot for you if they want you to come and be a part of their operation. They can just issue orders and grant you that MOS. So far as I know, I don't know if anything's changed since I was in, but as of 2012, that's how it was anyway.
Very thorough answer.
All right, I'll shut up now. So you can't ask me questions, man. I'll tell you.
No, this is what we do, man. This is how we do it. We learn from the mouth of the people that have been there, and Nicole says that's similar to what they have in the Air Force. Just in boot camp, they let people do band flight. We had to do less of the regular boot camp stuff, but trained to practice to play simple things during boot camp to represent boot camp trainees and play during the graduations and so on. Thanks for the answer. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Jeremy Daniels.
Jeremy,
I had to read it for a second. I mean, it's a non-combat request that actually requires auditioning long paperwork trail. Right. Yeah.
It is.
You can get into
and
anything
it's very
else.
competitive too. It's very competitive.
Well, when it comes to the pomp and circumstance of, and I can't speak for all branches, but yeah, they want very specifics. I mean, if you go to the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier and those guys, and it's amazing the amount of time, effort, and investment that they put into some of this stuff. When you could argue they needed another spaces, but it's also a part of tradition, and I appreciate that too. So I can get behind it and around it, and it does polish the scene a little bit. So excellent. You got a song for us, brother?
Oh, sure. I got a song for you. Sure. Let's do one real quick. Now, keep in mind, well, I'll just say this about this song. A lot of people who have been deployed, they have a Jody story, right, Mark? You know anybody with Jody stories? All right, so this is song right here. This is about my Jody story, where I ended up at the Atlanta airport, home on leave without no daggone ride. So I wrote a daggone song while I rode around on that train that goes around Hartsfield Atlanta airport. Like, boy, this is pretty fun. I did get a ride though. Somebody did come get me. I ain't still there. I'm good. Don't worry. I'm good.
What's the name of the
song? It's called Nowhere Train, by the way. Got to find a way to keep my wheels on the ground. Been away just long enough to watch my world come unwound. About too long that I've left behind. I had my last chance for the very last time. Hoping against all hope, to still love to be found. On the nowhere train. Faces look the same. Everyone trying to be somebody, but still trying to escape pain. Nowhere train. Just trying to remain. To be enough to you to keep from going through that heartache again. Well, where are we all going and what are we running from? Flying halfway around the world just to live with all the comforts of home. The comforts of home won't ever be the same. You got tired of me and tired of taking the blame. Where do I go? I don't know where I belong. On nowhere train. Faces look the same. Everyone trying to be somebody, but still trying to escape pain. On the nowhere train. I'm just trying to remain. Be enough to you, keep from going through that heartache again. Yeah, be enough to you, keep from going through that heartache again. And that's it. Hello? Is anybody there? Hello?
There we go.
Here, we got it.
Trying to unmute my stuff. That was awesome.
All right. Well, thank you. Thank you.
Yes. That was very, I don't know if you could see me moving in my chair.
I can see you.
Very
Jason's Diner, what's up? Hero Stock 2023. Boom.
good.
No. You don't be sorry, brother. That's what you got to do, man. Been there, done that. It's like going to I tell people, having these events is like going to the wedding and being, either a relative or a good friend of the bride, so to speak. The bride is going to make her rounds to every single person at that wedding and has got about a minute and not even a minute, 30 seconds for each of you. So you did it, man. You did it. And that's you were a beautiful bride at the same time, just so you know. Beautiful.
As long as it's
thank
just
you, Nicole.
kissing hands. Come on. Just the
Shaking babies and kissing hands, he said.
We got to touch beards. That's what we got to do. Boom.
Weirdos.
Where do you want to go with your music? What do you want to get done, brother?
Well, yeah. So I think we were sort of talking about that a little bit on our earlier call. I think what I'm trying to do really with it. I mean, I'm a songwriter. I want to. I play locally, but I didn't really never have the desire to, go be on a big road show and do the things that people do who are in the music business. However, I'm connected, as you know, through Mike Madsen and through a couple other people, to some really incredible veterans organizations that are doing things like housing homeless veterans. They're doing things like providing alternative care to veterans who are not responding to the normal psychiatric medication type treatments for PTSD and TBI. And I'm really passionate about that. So what my plan is eventually, when I get some of this music recorded, is to put all that stuff out and funnel the money from that endeavor into those organizations. And initially, he and I have sort of kicked around the idea of just doing like a VFW or American Legion, just little small tours. Do 3 or 4 or 5 of them over here on the east coast of Georgia, and then a couple weekends do some more in South Georgia, and do some more. I mean, we're just talking about the Georgia area where Mike's real familiar with everybody. That's where all his contacts are. But so that's my idea. My idea is, I mean, Mike does. So he's really a great role model for troops that are coming out of service, and like me, like I wondered. I was an NCO. I got out when I got out. I was a staff sergeant, so I had troops. And I always, I really valued the relationship that I had with the people that I worked with, that worked above me, and the people that were subordinate to me. And I still felt, when I got out, I felt like I didn't have an avenue to sort of pass on that wisdom anymore, because I'm not on post. I'm not in a unit. I'm not a squad leader. Those people aren't close to me in degrees of separation anymore. But through the organizations that Mike works with, like, well, you know what they are. I can't remember them off the top of my head, but
well, there's Valkyrie Initiative, then Operation Rally Point.
Right. There we go. Yeah. So he has used the skills that he has out here in the civilian world to give back to that community. And he's been watching me play around Atlanta for, almost 10 years at this point, since we both separated from service. And he's like, dude, you could probably do something with that, like if you had a mind to or something. Because I was asking him questions like, dude, man, I'm not an administrator, like I don't know. I mean, you know, I don't know what I have to offer at this point. And he's like, well, you know, you could do this, you know, you'd always just play music. Sweet. Thank you, Nicole.
she's on.
I think that's the way that I'm aiming this whole project. I mean, all these songs, that was a particular song that has some subject matter that I know the veteran community will connect with. They're not all like that. Some of them are about regular life. I actually have happy songs. I actually have been happy in my life too. You know, it's a weird thing, but I mean, so I think that the potential is there to just give these organizations the resources that they need, or at least part of the resources that they need to continue the mission that they're doing, man. And if I can go play 2 songs or 18 songs or 40 a 4-hour show, and that helps that, what are you kidding me? Like, where do I sign? Do you need blood and urine? I mean, I'm in. It's just my songs, sure. I play somebody else's songs. You guys got any songs? I'll play them. I don't care. Yeah. So that's sort of that's the way that we're aiming. That's what I'm aiming to do anyway. I'm not looking.
I love your heart. I love your passion. I love the drive. And I just make sure, and again, I don't want to speak out of turn or step on your toes or anything, but make sure you take care of you, brother. The machine don't work, and if it ain't working, that's just the way it works. And so I think we have some options with some opportunities, and Nicole is throwing out we'll name drop you all day long. We'll get you hooked up. Jason Steiner just did Hero Sock down in Ashland, Nebraska. We watched 5 up for Louisiana. He lives in Antarctica, and it's got to be up every time. It's just the way it is. I think we listened to 6 musicians from across the country that are all veterans and first responders, and it's an amazing opportunity to plug. We get organizations that reach out to us all the time and say, you know, we seen you have these artists. We see you got the radio station. We see that you got this. What does it take to get these? And it's like, it's not. You just got to take care of them. That's what you got to do. I mean, the sad part is a lot of these organizations want their artists to come for free. And I get it. You have a noble cause, a noble purpose, stutter. At the end of the day, people still have to feed their families. And so that's a piece that we're trying to accommodate with some of our announcements that are coming up. And Nicole wants to drop Jen Ford. Jen Ford was on Contagion Effect this week. Did an amazing job with those guys. And Jen Ford is an amazing artist out of Texas. Love having her on the show, and it's just awesome. See some of my favorite people. Good to talk. Oh, wait. Oh, Erico. I saw you on the other stuff, brother. Eric O is with the Chatto Foundation out of Texas as well. So good to have you. We got royalty in the house, Travis Partington. We're set up to be on their show the 13th of October. And I sent those announcements out today, and they are on our show, I believe, the 20th of October. So him and Mike with Haven Hellfish Haven.
Hellfish Haven. Yeah.
Look at this stuff from the hip tonight. I must have taken some Melkaluba or something.
Hang on. I have an ad for that coming up. So
okay. Let's run it.
I know I don't have it yet.
Oh.
I have it coming up. It's just gotta it's just gotta be internetized. I don't know exactly what. But Brian, if you're out there, thank you. Hold on. Maybe I have something. Do you want me to try?
Run it.
Let me see if I have it here. Let's see if I can do it. Can I do it? I might have to just do share screen. I can do share screen. Hold on. I can't even. Let me get rid of the noise in the background. All right, share screen. This is something new. We are into Eric Pack. Thank you for joining us. Be safe at work. Be safe on your way. And
Go get it, brother. It's good to see you, man.
give hugs. All right, I'm going to share this. And this is just a quick ad.
We are sisters and kids.
Okay, ready? Here we go. Volume.
Your mic's off. Somehow, when you did your mic, it muted the video of the last 10 seconds or so, but not a huge deal.
I can't. Okay, I wasn't touching my mic at all. I wasn't even on the page. So I don't know what that was. Okay.
All right.
A Blues Clues moment. Yeah, as long as it catches your attention, I'm all good with that. I ordered my first order. Here's what I did. Took an inventory because this is good stuff, right? I took an inventory that Melaleuca sent me, and turns out I needed everything but like 3 things on their whole entire inventory. So I went around my house and I threw away like old toothpaste, cleaning products, blah, blah, blah. And then my order came and I was ecstatic. And I'm just going to tell you, I am a super fan of the smell of tea tree oil in my house. For some reason, I feel it's not Pine Sol, thank God. Sorry, Pine Sol. I mean, if you want to sponsor us, we will put up with it. I love the smell of tea tree oil. Just kidding. And it has so many options. So we can talk about that. Call Brian. We'll get you a 20, what did it say? 20-minute, 15-minute little chat. You can learn more about it. Let me know.
All right.
There we go. Sweet.
I like Pine Sol comment.
I'm sorry.
Right when you said it, that's what I was thinking.
Sorry. I know. I love Pine Sol, but someone in my house overused it, and I can't. No. Anyway, I'm sure they have other scents, so I can still use Pine Sol.
If I could, real quick, I'd like to give a shout out to a guy we met up in Nebraska. Really cool dude. He didn't have any. He's a veteran, but he wasn't part of the podcast or nothing. I just believe he lives up in the area, and maybe he was tied to Wills for Warriors. But Justin Doncheski, man, great dude. I spent quite a few hours talking to him while we were up there. I just noticed he was running around in here. So if you're still in here, we'll talk soon.
Outstanding.
So
absolutely. He's kind of been tearing up our page a little bit in a good way, and we greatly appreciate that because that brings a little bit of relevancy in what we're trying to get done. I'd like to do a real quick drop. I'd like to mention Miller's Mobile Tax Service. When I was page in effect because we don't have the commercial. But Mr. Miller, thank you for your amazing mission in life and what you've done for this mission. We appreciate you, brother, and thank you. If you have tax service needs in California, I'm sure they can do everything, but they are a mobile service. They will come into your space and help you with your taxes and take care of your taxes and take care of you. So that's Mr. Miller's Mobile. Get rid of the Mr., but Miller's Mobile Tax Service.
Can we just put it in the Miller's Mobile Tax
I'm going
Service?
to.
He is Jason. He's been through the ringer, man, and he's hanging in there. Great guy. Loved having those conversations with him.
He'll probably be on the. Oops, there's supposed to be an E at the end of mobile. I don't know. I do have a sticky
I
key.
just
My
put
bad.
the-
Sorry.
I was working on it, but we're good. We're good.
There, look at that. There you go. There's the link.
So there's a testimony, and Jason Steiner's stepping in, and Jonathan is sharing as well. What the events that these organizations put on and do with veterans and for veterans. Veterans and first responders are the only ones that get it a little bit. Only in the fact there's a camaraderie, a team building time. You are the closest with these people. You are counting on them to save your ass in a situation. Fire, I've been in that, police, military, EMS isn't quite the same, but you got to tick and click on the same level all the time. And once you get out of the military and you have to deal with all the stuff that not everyone else has to deal with, but B, some things that do and are related with trauma, and C, back to Brian's song, the Dear Jody letter, or you didn't really get a call back in the day, but just the social emotional damage that are dealt with in relationships in regards to the military, the cat's away, the mice will play kind of thing. And unfortunate, it is what it is. And it sucks. But all this is added stuff to the people that are serving. And the cool part is when you get into a room of veterans and first responders that are working together, not working, we were socializing together. But once they realized that we were all kind of working in the same, I don't know what the right word is, but heading in the same direction, then they get to have these conversations, and it's therapeutic for everyone in the page. Now, I'm going to tell you, we're not all sitting there talking about the woes me stories, and I'm not saying there were woes me stories either, but I'm saying, you know what? Good food, good friends, good family, maybe a couple good cocktails and cigars along the way with amazing music. With amazing music, the smell of Melaleuca and all that. It's the recipe for success is what it is. And so I will be, every time I get a chance to be in those spaces, I enjoy it because I get to touch beards. I get to put my paws on people. I get to put my brain into action and talk and have conversations, converse, and hopefully find a path to make things better for everybody as a community. That's a weird little thing. Brian, what you got next, brother?
You want me to do another one, man? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, hell to the yes, brother.
All right. All right. Well, I said I did actually have happy times in my life. They're not all horrible. So here's one of those songs. There you go. So, not quite as heavy, okay? It's not always horrible.
What's the song called?
Our Version of Love. Thing we said I do. You kissed me and I kissed you too. That's how it all began. I'm still surprised that neither one of us ran. Your friends that don't know what to think. My friends don't wonder what I slipped in your drink. Somehow they can't believe you fall asleep next to a clown like me. Trust me, it's not that bad. You're the best friend I've ever had. Trust me, it could be worse. I love you, they drive me away and it hurts, and even after. 'Cause you know I don't stop when you tell me. Trust me, it's not that bad. You're the best friend I've ever had. Trust me, it could be worse. Yeah, I love you, they drive me away and it hurts, I can't get enough. Baby, that's our version of love. All right. See, that didn't take long.
No. You know, you can play long if you want.
Well, I mean, no. I'm just playing to the end of the song, man. That's what I'm doing.
I love it. It's great. It's good stuff. We offer the opportunity, and I also understand in this particular situation, there's other opportunities that aren't there necessarily, but we always ask our artists, you have the chance to play live, you have the chance to play background tracks with an MP3, or you have a chance to play video. And again, like I said, this situation doesn't allow for some of those, and that's the place where we also want to get some of these musicians the chance, the effort, the opportunity to go to that next level, to have those pieces, mastered tracks that you can produce and put out someplace else and hone that craft and promote you. And that's we're working on those pieces in that place. Now, I just want to clarify, I didn't catch the first song, and we do a show on Monday. I mean, you're welcome to come and be on that show as well, but we normally just do us, and we call it the WP3 debrief. I've tried to tell Andrea, you can wear pants during this thing, but she just thinks that it's not literally debrief.
Well, I mean, you said debrief, and I just thought.
It is confusing, though. I will give you that.
Thank you. I mean, he said on Mondays we debrief, and so what am I supposed to do?
What was the name of your first song again?
It's called Nowhere Train.
Yeah.
Nowhere Train. Okay.
Nowhere Train. Yep.
And I just want to make sure we have this so we can promote it correctly. And that last one was Our Version of Love.
Yes.
Okay. Jason Steiner says pants are optional.
I mean, I've heard him say that before.
She's heard him say that before.
There's never a video. No pictures for proof. I don't know.
Yeah. That's awesome. Steiner was with Taylor tonight and doing the 50-mile challenge. I remember doing the 10-mile challenge, and yikes. It's not my stuff. Not anymore. Maybe one time. And I love the passion of those. Oh, Steiner's bringing it up, Eichmann.
Oh, pictures?
I don't think he got enough of Grandma's cookies.
You are so funny. I can't believe you remember that. That was a whole week ago. And dude, we're into tacos this week.
Cookies last week, tacos this week. It's weird. It's weird.
Yes, I don't know. Were you talking about the passion of those who like to run? I mean, we barely walked. We watched people run.
Right.
Ugh.
Well, and the first ruck we went on, we have a dear friend that wasn't a friend at the time, and he was an amputee, right leg amputee.
He still is.
He's walking. Yeah, well, thank you. Not meant to make a joke or fun of it, but is a right leg. He was then and is still now. And with this ruck march we went on, the trek was 1 mile around. And I don't know how plausible they can do this, but it was uphill the entire time. And I don't know how. And the wind in the middle of March up in Minnesota blew in our face the entire time. I was hating it. And I loved the pledge that they did before. And basically it was cowboy the F up. People have died. People have lost things because of this. And me and Andrea, we were struggling. And we weren't doing well. And all of a sudden, our dear friend comes rolling out in now a wheelchair with his leg across the front of his wheelchair.
Yeah.
Yelling and screaming that he's not going to let this thing beat him. And I'm just like, oh,
we're going to go back uphill all the way around again. How does it go uphill a whole mile and get you right back to the starting point? I don't understand. I was relieved when you said that because I was not going to admit that I felt like that.
Yeah. Brian, I know you put a little secret private code message in there for us, but if you got to go, brother, you got to go, man. It's so good.
Well, I'm just trying to be discreet, man.
You know what?
Discretion is the better part of valor, man. Hadn't you heard that, Mark? Come on now.
Yeah. You gave us the hour. That was the commitment. We need to be truthful and honest with everyone. These shows are 2 hours long, and it's no, I'm joking. If you got to go, brother, we appreciate you. Thank you. We're not done talking with you tonight. I mean, we'll let you go on your piece and do your thing, but we got you, bro. We'll be talking soon.
Well, listen, man. I'd like to reserve the right to come back on here after I actually get some of these recorded, and then you can play them on the radio station, and then everybody can laugh at how bad I sound doing them on your show versus what's on the radio station. You know,
no.
Post-production, man. All us musicians love that part, man.
If you need help with any part of that and getting those done, I mean, literally, I will be in Nashville this weekend helping with that stuff. It's short notice, and but we're going to be laying tracks this weekend. So,
let's talk about it. We'll talk about that offline, man. We will.
All right,
I'll get you.
All right, thanks for coming in. Take your pride, bro.
Thank you guys so much. I appreciate your hospitality. Thanks for having me. Some old ridiculous hillbilly 13 Fox. Appreciate it. I appreciate what y'all do. Please keep doing it.
Fire for effect, brother. Fire for effect.
That's right. Shot over. All right. Y'all be good.
You don't know the lingo. What a blessing, man. Real life, real conversation, real stuff. I love it. I love it. We don't normally run into this problem.
No, shoot. Look at that. Here we are. I do have some things I want to share, though.
Yeah, sure.
And I apologize. I've got a 1 room. Okay. I'll share them in a minute.
All right. So, punt. We haven't done our call to action yet. We got these. All of us have one in our possession. We do this every show. You can do it every day. Take 6 seconds. Actually, we're going to ask you to take 36 seconds. I know some of you sit on the toilet longer than that. So, I mean, there are no excuses why you can't reach out to 6 people in your network, whether they're military or not. We're going to go cross board with everything and just have a conversation The conversation is as simple as this. I was thinking about you. I challenge you to have that conversation directed to someone that you've had a falling out with. I had an amazing conversation this weekend with someone I went to college with, and it was an endearing conversation. They shared with me that they remembered some conversations we had back when we were in college, and that it was a conversation that he was absolutely infuriated with me about, and didn't have any time, didn't want to. Now, we've talked since then, but didn't want to talk to me at all about it. And it's kind of weird. He was talking to me about another relationship that was in our world and space, and he didn't agree with how that relationship was going. And it ended up being a conversation about being judgmental is what it was. And I was just basically told him, well, it's not your place and space to be having those kinds of, let them be them. I mean, that, and it was an awesome conversation. I didn't realize that it affected him that much. And now this is a conversation in the positive. This is something that he's carried with him for 30 years now. Hi, friends. I miss you. I miss you too. I don't know who I'm missing, but I miss you. Your microphone.
I'm muted. I'm sorry. It's Taylor.
Oh, how'd the 50 mile go?
It's Taylor.
How'd the 50 mile go? Did you kill it? Steiner was just on here bragging about you. No, great conversation. It takes 6 seconds to tell someone I was thinking about you, and make it positive, move it forward. It might spur a conversation. It might spur a conversation of growth. I can tell you, in essence, that was the conversations we were having at Hero Stock this last weekend, and that's why you get to have those kinds of conversations. And so, do it by the 6-pack. Go contact your people.
Absolutely. It's going to open a door that you absolutely might need to have opened again, or that the person on the other end might need to have opened again. So please make those calls. Next week we have a couple more guests that will be super exciting. We have Joe Wesner, who will be here to chat with us. And then we also have the 1-year-old naughty buddy, but Rodney Douglas Norman, who is he's a comedian, he's a veteran, and he's also a comedian. Oh my gosh, all of a sudden I questioned that. We attempted to have him here one other time, and he had some things come up, so we're super excited to have him join us again next week and get that stuff rolling. So I'm excited to see that. Oh, and look at these guys talking. It was just their debrief event. I'm one of those people. Yes. I'm sorry. Was super
one weekend ago, man. Craziness. It already seems like so much time has passed since I've been back from there. But then when I sat down this weekend, I was like, wait, that was just last weekend.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. I mean, and yeah. It's so Joe Wesner is Ultimate Veteran Adventures. So that'll be fun to hear what he's doing in that arena.
Yeah.
Yeah, Taylor, welcome. I mean, it's not my place to welcome you to Hero Stock, but I just know that those kinds of events are the things that really allow the connections to be made. It really, no one's judging. Everyone's there to pretty much for the same reason. So, oh, Barbara, I just talked to Barbara today too. What a good day you had. Nice. Not Jason though. I didn't just talk to Jason. All right, that's my piece. And hey, well, actually, pay attention. It's not in the near future, but in the little while ahead future. Jonathan is working hard, and we're here supporting him to put together an event. So let's be listening. Maybe save up some money for your spring break around that time, because it's going to be a blast. And I'm just going to be mysterious like that.
Nice.
Key spooky music. Yeah.
I wonder if I got any of that. Oh, wait a minute here.
Oh yeah, Taylor. We just had I just had a
fancy.
big chat with another Guitars for Vets person. So I would love to have a chat with you about that as well. Yes.
Well, sounds like we got them coming on at the right time, Jason.
Yeah. What was your sound, Peterson? I hardly hear it.
I don't know.
It's that one. We'll just call it that sound.
No, we have to work on it. I don't know if it was very scary. It sounded like the TV fuzz in the background of Poltergeist, maybe.
Getting ready for Halloween, right?
Talking about, we have a chapter not too far from here too, Taylor. New Orleans would be close to me.
Yeah. Yes, we're gonna be talking and in touch. So
This is
awesome.
Is this us stalling at this time?
This is stalling. Just stalling. This is like
All right.
the end where we've all said our piece. That's Russell
yeah.
stalling, by the way.
I was going to throw our guests next week into the chat real quick.
Into the chat?
Well, not into our chat, into the...
I would just enter them into the chat.
Yeah.
Down here.
Yeah. I can't type very fast with these.
The cyber chapter. Very cool. See, Taylor, you're the one that knows. We have a little group on Facebook called WP3 Buzz. You guys that now may not be the right time to say go check it out. But you should go check it out. We've had some nasty messaging in there. From clearly not people, but
Well,
probably
no one's being mean. No one's being mean.
No, but no one wants to admit they want to look at stuff like that. So let's just let that be.
No one
private.
wants to admit it. Right, exactly.
So you can go check it out, you guys. If there's, because we've had a lot of conversations on there that are, oh my gosh, we've had some really cool connections made. And that, when I say that, I mean like somebody threw out, hey, someone in Northwest Florida Panhandle needs something, and boom, somebody was there and they had that something, and then boom, we were able to connect them and put them together. And so there's been like emergency contacts made, there's been just friendships made, and there's been some funnies in there, and then there's the random porn visit, but there's not always that. We try to get rid of it as quickly as we can. And thank you, Jamie.
We don't
Jamie,
try.
thank
We
you. Yeah, I have another conversation coming up with her, Taylor Barbara. She's going to visit family and we're going to chat. Oh gosh. And we're planning to be in Nashville mid-ish October. So I'm hoping to run into Barbara there as well. Hoping to run into a lot of people at that point as well. So
Thanks for coming and checking us out tonight. You can always check us out on Mondays at 4:30 when we do the WP3 debrief, which is exclusively what the People's Patriot Project is working on and where we're going, what we're doing. Tonight, We Get Your 6 and 6 Patriot Playtime is reserved for our guests, our boots on the ground organizations and the musicians when they come on. We will find out where our guests from tonight were and where. It's not a big deal. We know life stuff happens. We never throw them under the bus. We don't even get upset about it. There was a time and day where we'd get all upset about it, but you know what?
When you say we, that
we. Show us your we.
some people always, we can't take things personal. Life happens, man.
No, that's not personal.
Life happens, right?
Absolutely.
Again, check us out tomorrow at 4:30. You'll see us on the debrief. We'll see you next time. Patriot Pride.